Hello, this is Scott Jentz. Welcome to Sandbox Stories. Sandbox Story 2, The Slow and Hard Buildup of Business. Who doesn't like quick and easy? We Americans are proud of our ability to work hard, but anything that is quick and easy is worth consideration. Anyone would like to invent the next product that causes them to get rich quick. Everyone wants to strike when the market is low, but rocketing upward. Humans want satisfaction, and they want it now. I've been around optometry for about 40 years. So many stories in optometry are about the slow and hard buildup of business, an evolution of experiences that build upon one another. My journey started as a myopic teenager, cared for by Wisconsin optometrist Dr. Brian Hamas, who until he passed away earlier this year, was a dear friend who actually started as my early optometry mentor. And alongside each other, we were volunteers for optometry, fighting legislative battles and the like. As an optometry student, I learned from some incredible staff at my alma mater, the Illinois College of Optometry, experiencing the depth and breadth of an ever-expanding profession. And what followed was an incredibly rewarding career of patient care covering 25 years, striving each and every day to provide a better quality of life for my patients through a systematic approach to eye health and vision care. I'm convinced that your career, however short or long it might be at this moment, will allow you to recall a mentor, an optometry school instructor, or a decision made for your clinic's advancement that positively altered your path. During many years of practice, an optometrist becomes deeply connected to so many patients, with some becoming acquaintances who fulfill your life. Every patient is a potential candidate for the best story you've ever heard. I've been fortunate enough to care for a World War II veteran who served our country in the Battle of the Bulge, and a business CEO who needed an at-home visit as she was losing her battle to breast cancer. Through a dedication to our patients, they will open up some of their life stories to us because they appreciate our commitment to their well-being. It takes time to forge such relationships, but the value they bring is immeasurable. Take a moment right now to think about the most inspiring patient you've ever met. I'll bet it only takes you a couple of seconds to remember them, and I'll bet you are proud to have given care to them. None of what we achieve is built overnight. There are no quick action plans that allow one to build a practice without the hard work. But in so many ways, we all aim for the fastest path to success that can be found. Perhaps we learn of a shortcut in the patient care process that affords us the ability to see a few more patients a day. Or we discover the marketing hack that gets more new patient inquiries than we had imagined. Each new concept or action must be passed through the test of time. The eye care industry is full of advisors, consultants, and coaches that offer guided insights about the way to set intentional actions to improvement of your practice, and much of the output from their engagements can be overwhelming, seemingly impossible to implement. In my years of knowing these people and delivering advice myself, the most common reason the plans don't work is that they can't be implemented quickly, and they bring risk to the status quo in the practice. But those who implement thoughtful new ideas, who engage their employee teams to make them leaders, to empower them to take positive action, they are the ones who see growth and potential fulfilled. It all takes time, and we can't go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 2 seconds. I remember when our early team at Revolution EHR was up against the established software companies in optometry. We wanted so badly to be a big dog right away. The stories that came back to us as they were being told in the market were, "Those guys will never make it," or "Do you really want to trust a startup with your data?" The notion of a slow and hard build-up for a business is real and daunting. I've witnessed companies who are on the cusp of breaking through with some sort of new software technology, and investors line up to fund them with $5 or $10 million. And I'm not joking about those numbers. Only to find that the company can't truly implement a plan to effectively put all of that money into play in a way that will cause the company to grow in commensurate value, at least not in the near term. Slow means slow. It means developing a plan and not making a near due date for every tactic on your list of to-dos. Especially business leaders must be willing to accept that some things take months or years to build. Hard means hard, as in not for the faint-hearted. I've read way too many entrepreneur articles about failing often to find success, but it's true. And when you talk about failing, it doesn't necessarily mean failing against your plan for your company or your product. It means failing at things that you must learn the hard way. Here's my example. When we were building up our software company, my co-founding partner and I had pushed in all of the available cash that our spouses and we had. We hoped it was enough, but we burned through it way too quickly. We were faced with the hard idea of borrowing money against the value of our homes. To make the dream work, we had to do it. So we got a line of credit, and we're paying the interest regularly, but not the principal. The bank was good with that. Then the economy collapse of 2008 hit. I remember being invited to the bank for a lunch meeting. Before I could even unwrap my sub sandwich, the bank VP said that we had to pay $75,000 in principal within 3 days, or they would put liens on each of our houses. Just because of the bank's bad investments in the Scottsdale housing market, which pushed them to the brink of insolvency, they were examining out-of-formula lending agreements and were making them in formula, pushing their customers like us to the brink of insolvency. Let me tell you, that's the definition of hard. But we met the challenge, scraped up enough change from the couch cushions to get in formula, and made a vow to pay off that bank as soon as practically possible so we wouldn't have to run up against them the next time they faltered. It was a conscious decision to change banks that might have lent itself to our eventual success, not exactly something that we had written up in our business plan. The moral of this story is pretty simple: to encourage you to think about new ideas, new ways of delivering your service, or even new ventures, but to do so by welcoming them as processes that will require long and hard buildups. It's highly unlikely that any great idea you have will be quick, but it's somewhat probable that a curveball will come to you from an unexpected place, and you should be prepared for those eventualities. Optometry didn't get to where it is today without diligent efforts by incredible volunteer doctors, a commitment to transformative education, and robust associations. The educational institutions that trained us have taken circuitous trails to be able to deliver the highly intellectual programs that create new doctors of optometry. And you aren't the ECP that you are without accepting that journey of challenge. When quick and easy comes your way, step back and dig in for the resolve to get through the slow and hard. The rewards are so much more gratifying. Until my next Sandbox story, be great at all you do.